morning, friends. It's Tracy from Nova Scotia Living, and today I want to make some cinnamon buns. It is December 28th, and it's still the holiday season, and I'm still so excited. It's so bitter, biting cold outside today. I got the wood fire pumping, and it's nice and cozy here in my kitchen. So I'm going to dig out the ingredients, and we'll whip up some buns. Honey buns. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got all my stuff lined up, so I'll put the exact ingredients down below. I've made a cinnamon bun recipe before, and it was just with my older camera, and I thought that I'd just redo it because I wanted to make cinnamon buns. So I'm just adding some warm milk, and like I say, the directions will be down in the description box below. Good warm milk and some yeast, and we're just going to let this proof for a little while. And I'm also going to add the sugar, because sugar feeds the yeast if you are not aware. So I'm just going to give that just a tiny bit of a stir, just so it mixes a bit. And we'll just leave it for 10 minutes. I'll bring you back when it's time to move forward. Okay, you can see how it kind of puffed up a little bit. It means it's all proofed. I'm just going to start adding ingredients, and I'll fast pace it a little bit with some festive music just for your pleasure. And then, yeah, I'll tell you what we do after that. Okay, so with this dough, I like to, I find it's hard for it to completely come together in a bowl like this, so I always like to dump it out on the table. You can do this whole recipe completely by hand, but I'm going to dump this out on a floured surface on my kitchen table, and we'll finish it up, and then we'll have to let it rest for a while. Alright, I'm about to get the bowl off the stand mixer. For those that don't know, my stand mixer's name is Cornelius. My sister named him last Christmas in 2016, and it just kind of stuck. So I've had a busy, well, so has everybody, busy past few, well, past month. I say that probably every single day of my life, but as a mom anyways. And anyways, I thought a nice dose of cinnamon buns will just liven everybody up. Not that things are dull around here, but you know, a nice tasty, chewy, ooey gooey, messy cinnamon bun. So my hands are clean. Here's the dough. I can't see what you're seeing, so I gotta flip this up. Sorry you can't see me, guys. But man, my ugly mug. I'm just trying to see. I have you on my little tabletop tripod. Whew. Get my hands covered in dough so it doesn't stick so much. So the bulk of this kneading is done, but oh, it smells so good, guys. Any kind of fresh made dough. I'll get the rest out of there in a second. Where's my spatula? You can just smell it when it's in its raw form like this. It smells so good. Ah, what a mess. See, we want to knead this until it's not so much sticky, just soft. Right now it's sticky. I don't know if there's accessories for KitchenAid things that just extends the arm of the kneading tool or the mixing tool to get right down into the bottom of the bowl, because mine doesn't seem to do that. Like I say, my fingers, our hands are very clean, guys. I usually like to wear gloves when I'm cooking or food prepping, but when you're making bread, you really need to connect with your bread, as long as your hands are clean, to feel it. it's alive, I feel like. So, oh, it's so soft. Yeah, I'll put my original video that I had for making cinnamon buns in the description box down below, because it's an okay video. It's just the video quality is not so much, and it was in the beginning of when I started YouTubing, so it's, you know, not that I'm certainly no professional, but I'm getting used to the ropes, you know what I mean? Oh yes, this feels good. So you can see, it's really super soft, guys. It's like your grandmother's arms when she's hugging you. Nice and warm and soft. Beautiful. I doubled the recipe that I originally had, just because I got a house full of people, and these will be gobbled up in no time. If my bowl was big enough, I would have quadrupled it. I still could, but I'm not going to, because I want to make some other stuff today too. But so it's just important so it's together and it's not sticky, but it's nice and soft. So what I did, you can let it rise in your KitchenAid bowl, but since I doubled it, I'm using my big silver bowl. I sprayed it with some non-stick spray, and usually I put dough in my oven with the oven light on, so it's nice and warm in there just with the oven light. But I have my wood fire going today, and my kitchen is nice and toasty. So I'm just going to cover this with a clean tea towel and set it right on my stove top, not my wood stove top, but my cook stove top, and leave it for an hour. And we'll be back in an hour. I'll clean this mess up and we'll move on to dressing this dough up nice and pretty like. Alright, that buzzer just went off for letting the dough rise. I'm just going to mix I'm wearing my new apron. My holiday one's in the wash, so I'm going to mix this. This is just brown sugar, and I got this for Christmas. Walk-in cinnamon from my sister-in-law, and some nutmeg. So, yeah. Now what we're going to do is push down this dough. We're not beating it up. We're just giving it letting the air out, deflating it. I'm just trying to do this quick because I'm sleepy. Otherwise, it's fun to do with kids because it's has a lot of interesting steps. So there we go. I'm just going to put a little flour down just so it doesn't stick to the table. I thoroughly cleaned my table, guys. We just had lunch, leftover Christmas dinner. Totally disinfected. I'll probably need more space than that because I have a big old dough ball. Let me move this stuff out of the way. So yeah, how was your holiday? If you celebrate a holiday. Yesterday being Boxing Day, it was my grandmother's birthday. Grandmother in heaven. My kids would call her Gigi. But she was from Finland. And she used to play the accordion. So I could just picture her up in heaven playing her accordion. And she loved the color pink. So I figure she's probably wearing the color pink. And she loved scratch bingo tickets. And she loved to bake. And she was a smoker. However, she would take one or two puffs off a cigarette and let it burn down into the ashtray. And us kids would get a kick out of it because it would be a whole cigarette train of ashes. Sitting in the ashtray. Oh, just the funny things you remember. Yeah, I'm gonna roll this out real big, and I think I'm gonna need to put you guys on the big tripod. Alright, well I have it rolled out in 2 sections because part of it just wouldn't cooperate, but that's okay. So now we need a little soft butter. Move this out of the way. And I have a glove on my hand. You don't have to use one, but I like to use one when I'm doing this. This is just, you can use butter or margarine. Butter's better, but use what you got. Hands, I find, are the best tool in the whole kitchen. This is what we're going to use to make the cinnamon mixture stick. Skedaddle, monster.
Monster.
Oh, don't touch that chair, hon. The camera's on there. My friends are here.
Where?
They're hiding. There they are. He couldn't find you guys. I have you braced up on the back of a chair. No, Maze. Sit in that chair over there, bub. I'll do a little bit over to this one.
That one tail.
Yes, and that one. Just like you're giving it a massage.
Do you need that, Mommy?
Yes.
Okay. For your hands?
Yes. There. So now all we do is take the sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg mixture now and spread it all over. Now I could have rolled this a bit thinner probably, but I don't know. I just did it this way. And I like to put it all the way to the edge. All the way to the edge. Ooh, it smells like cinnamon in here, doesn't it, Mace?
Is it right there?
I'm going to in a minute.
It does.
Yeah, you take that out, Mish. I don't want the electronics out here where I'm baking. Out there, and not on the kitchen table. No, the camera's right there on the chair.
Careful. I found the vitamin.
Do you know what I'm making, Misha? Take a guess. Can you go get the dental floss out of Dad's toiletry bag?
A cookie.
Cinnamon buns. But can you go get the floss?
Can I help?
You're just watching right now, Bob. So now what we're going to do, I don't know if I should start from this end or not. Let me move that rolling pin or it's going to roll all over the table. And it's a big old heavy marble rolling pin. It'll knock somebody out if I ever needed it. Better than any knife. Just very carefully roll it. Roll it and tuck it and roll it and tuck it. And mark it with the B and put it in the oven for Maze and me. Huh? He's right here beside me grinning.
What are you doing? That it. Oh, mixing that all up like that.
Oh yeah.
Why did you do that?
You'll see. Maze, watch out, hon.
So you're gonna cut those. I know you're gonna cut them.
You do?
So there could be a lot because there's only one long roll.
One great big roll. Should I just bake it like this?
No.
Like a loaf of bread?
No.
Slice it up? I need a big pan.
No.
Do it on a pizza sheet.
No.
No.
Where's mine?
Where's your what?
Apron.
I don't know where your apron is.
I bring
Oh, my back, guys, my back. All right. You can use a super sharp knife. And I think that's what I did in my first video. But if you got dental floss, it works fantastic. I'm just going to pause you for a second because I got to get the pans and I'm going to put these rolls in. All right. I'm just using those little rinky-dink pans. I sprayed them with non-stick spray.
Why am I upside down?
Oh, just the screen's upside down. Sometimes it does that. Oh boy, I need a cat nap today. So what we're going to do, just spread it across like this. I should have had this more in the middle of the table. Wonder if I can move it without making a disaster of a mess. Probably not. Watch out, Nisha. I'm just going to try to thread this underneath a bit. And just see how it did that in two, Mish?
Yeah.
You just, like you're tying a shoe and you just pull it tight. You don't actually twist it into a knot. But it slices it real easy. Don't touch Mish. That's going to be a messy one. There's always a couple of wonky ones, but that's okay. They'll still taste good. See if I can pick this up to show you. There we go.
You have messy gloves.
I do got messy gloves. Yes, I do. So I'm going to keep doing this, and I'll bring you back when the pans are all full. I'm going to roll this one up over here too and do the exact same thing. All right, they're all rolled out. Some are big, some are small, but that's what I got. And I'm going to cover them, keep them in a warm spot. The wood fire's going. I'll put them over there on the stove top with a clean tea towel over top for about another hour until it doubles its size. All right, it's been about just a little over an hour. I was busy with the kids. But they about doubled their size. And I'm going to preheat the oven to 350. Oops. When that comes up to snuff, we're going to pop these in the oven. And let me just, I got to close my stinking book. Let me find it here. I think it's 7 to 10 minutes or something. Bake for 7 to 10 minutes, take out. Yeah, and then we do something to it. So I'll bring you back in about, well, after I take these out for the first time. Okay, I just took them out. They've been in there for 9 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is get, I should have had this out already, some whipping cream. And these are not done yet. We need to stick these back into the oven. But before we do that, let me just see here. Return to oven until golden brown on top. Prep icing. All right, I'm opening this. It was brand new. And you pour just a drizzle. It looks like a lot, but believe me, this is what makes it nice and moist. I got this recipe off of Tatyanas Everyday Food, and it's the only one I ever make now. It's really not difficult at all. It just takes a little time, but so does any kind of bread making. There. Now I'm going to pop these back into the oven until they are golden brown on top. I'll let you know exactly how long that is when I take them out. I'm going to make the icing for the top of the cinnamon buns. This is some cream cheese, some butter, some vanilla. It calls for half and half. I don't have any, so I'm just using whole milk. And I'm going to add some icing sugar to it and whip it all up together. Remember, the ingredients will be down, the specific measurements will be down below. Alright, I took them out. They were in the oven from start to finish. Let me just calculate it right before I say anything. 9 plus 19 minutes. May's Quentin.
What?
So don't those look beautiful? It smells so good in here. Now you don't have to ice these at all, but I ice them. I'm going to leave a few plain because my son doesn't like cream cheese, so. Let me get that third one over there. Oops. Maze, you're going to have to vamoose, Bob. So that's where I'm going to stand. I'm just going to move you over to the side a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at these lovely oven mitts my sister got me for Christmas. I don't feel a darn thing when I pick something hot out of the oven. All right, let me get the icing. Back up, Bob, that's hot. So now what I do, I just lather on. Oh, the girls are out there fighting. Misha, you better behave yourself. Take that away, please. And we just rub it on. It'll kind of melt down into the cracks. What do you think, Maze? Does it look good?
Yes.
Are you going to eat one later?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm going to eat one with a fork because it's going to be so chewy.
Yeah.
And moist.
And I will do a spoon.
You're going to do a spoon?
Yes.
Now you could put raisins in these if you wanted to. I mean, heck, you could put candy canes drizzled on top, crushed up and drizzled on top to make it a little more Christmassy if you wanted to. Whatever tickles your fancy. Chopped up onions, baked in that, or onions, listen to me. Chopped up apples. I'm thinking of supper. You could put onions if you wanted to.
That's funny.
That is funny. I'm going to leave these 3 at the end without icing on them for my teenager. Last time I forgot to do that. Now, this is a double batch, guys. I recommend doing a double batch because if it was just a single batch, you might get one of these pans. And if you got more than 3 or 4 people in the house, you need a double batch. Honestly, you do. Ooh. Don't touch, bub. Yeah, I'll wash the pan.
Do this. Wash it like that.
Misha, don't take that out here, please.
Misha.
So, there we have it. Let me bring you over here to get a better look. What do you think, Mish? They've all been sniffing around the kitchen waiting for these to be done, but we're not eating them right away. They're too hot. We've got to let them sit. So that's how I make cinnamon rolls, cinnamon buns, cinnamon swirls, whatever the heck you want to call them.
To blow it?
We just call them good, don't we, Mish? Yeah.
Like that.
All right, guys. Well, I'll bring you back when I just take one out of the pan in just a little bit. But for now, I'm just going to let them rest. And I'm going to rest my bones. All right, Misha's the first one done supper because I told the kids they can't have a cinnamon bun until they eat all their supper.
But Maze was actually first and he did bring his.
Oh, well, he can have one after, but. So, you want a cinnamon bun? All right.
I need a plate and a napkin too.
Yeah, sit down on your bone, please.
I'll get a napkin.
All right. So, let's see here. What one do you want, Mish? You want that little one?
Oh, that one, because that...
That's a big one. You want a big one?
No, that one.
Oh. The runt. You want the runt or the litter? I gotta get my friends situated so they don't fall face first into the cinnamon buns. Oh, it's nice and soft.
That's squishy.
This is gonna be like the center of a real cinnamon bun. This little guy. Oh, just a minute, Mish. I gotta get a... Oh, do I have one? Let me try this. Watch out, Mish.
Okay.
Ah! This is kind of a messy one, guys, but
Yeah, let's put it on
you gotta move the
napkin.
I'll get pictures of when I cut into the big ones and stuff and insert them near the end, but you can see it's baked all the way through. It's nice and moist, but it is cooked. Mish, where's your... Oh, you can use that little fork and eat it with a fork if you want so your hands don't get all sticky. And you gotta tell me how it is, because everybody wants to know. How is it? Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Awesome. It's a nice sweet treat once in a while, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Maybe you'll have some sweet dreams tonight. Show everybody where you lost your tooth today. Misha lost a tooth. Tooth fairy will be coming.
Now I have to sleep on Mally's pillow because I put it under there. That's the only pillow.
Oh, the tooth fairy, he'll have to bundle up because it's super cold out. Alright guys, well, peace, love, and happiness. And I just wanted to shoot
Peace,
you.
love, and happiness.
Yes, how we make cinnamon buns here. So, love ya. See you tomorrow. A lot of cinnamon, yeah. Alright guys, please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose. And come back tomorrow for a yak. I'm going to have one of these bad boys later on with a cup of tea or something.
Or coffee.
Yeah, maybe coffee. Alright guys, have a good evening. Say bye, Mish.
Bye.
Bye.